The scenery outside reminds me of my pride, reminds me of my will. At the windowsill, I sit and see the grays. The children, they all play and laugh amongst themselves. Somehow remind me of myself on the merry-go-round.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trev. Listen. Lunatics Token. I've been telling you about these dudes. I've had them on the channel. I've done videos about it. I was the first one to even ever interview them, okay? And I've been trying to tell you that they are legit. It's a vibe. It's just a vibe I got, right? But I've learned to trust my vibes. And these guys are really just in it to win it. They're in it for the long haul. Let me tell you some things that are going on, right? First off, not only have they burned more LUNC than everyone else that is trying to burn LUNC, like combined, I'm pretty sure, right? Not only have they created their own token where they are giving rewards for LUNC reflections for just holding it in your wallet, okay, as well as getting rewards in Luna T, right? But they offer staking. They're adding utility. They're building this project. They're not just sitting on it. And for all of you who were out the gate jumping on, well, we know who these guys are. We know what they were involved with before. It's a pump and dump. They're going to rug pull, right? All those things. Well, look at your boys now, right? Still here, just providing all kind of things to just end all those rumors, okay? So today, just today, we found out about all kind of things that these guys are in the middle of, developments that are happening, and we've got a list of them. Now, they were supposed to be doing an AMA with like some of the Luna Terra Rebels guys, or you know, Vegas and his crew. I'm not sure if Vegas was actually going to be there. They're supposed to be doing that tomorrow. I don't know if it got postponed, delayed. I'm not sure what's going on with the date. But what's up on your screen right now talks about that. So ignore that date. I don't think that's valid right now. We'll bring that information to you as we get it. But let me tell you some of the things that they were going to be talking about, and some of the things that we know they've already released now that they're involved with. So, number one, Lunatics collab with Autism Validator to provide an additional 5% burn from the proceeds of the profits and a 5% monthly LUNC giveaway to the LUNC community. So, this validator, Autism Validator, I don't know a lot about them. I'm assuming, obviously, that they are involved in autism awareness, maybe some sort of charity kind of thing, excuse me, which is very much appreciated, okay? Anything like that with a cause, instead of just people just trying to make money, is a wonderful thing. Now, they're in a collab with them. What they mean by collab with them is they're kind of sharing a node with them right now. You've heard on my past videos that they've said, we're going to be, not even we want to be validators, we're going to be validators. They were moving toward that, and nothing was going to stop them, okay? 17 Dog said it's a matter of when, not if. So, we know that there was like a 60-day waiting period for any new validators. These guys are so excited about doing it. They're so anxious to get in that they're going to share a node at this point just to get in and be validators. And at some point, as we'll see as we go down this list, they are actually moving into their own node and their own validator slot. But they chose Autism Validator. It is, let me go to this real quick. Where is it? Oops. Let me see. Okay. Autism Staking. The name's already on it. Autism Staking and Lunatics Token. All right. So now, if you go to Terra Station, and you're on the Classic Network, you just go basically to stake, and it pulls up the list of validators, Currently, we have 92 active validators, and if you know which one you're looking for, you can just kind of type it in, autism staking in Lunatics token, and we can see that they have 0.26 self-delegation, collecting a commission of 5%. Now, there was something about them burning that. We'll figure out how all that works. I'm anxious to talk to the guys, and I'm pretty sure I will be talking to them pretty soon. So we're going to get some clarification on a lot of this stuff. But I just wanted to let you know what they're getting down with, what they're involved with right now. Okay. Now they have a voting power of 0.14%, and we want to spread that out. Okay, we want to spread out the voting power amongst these 92 validators so that there aren't 2 or 3 or 4 at the top that are basically controlling the vote. Okay, we don't want necessarily that going on, and right now they can have up to 20% voting power. So now there is an initiative also that's trying to maybe get that down to 10%. My personal opinion, that's fine. I'm fine with that. 10% would drop it down and spread it out a lot more evenly than even the 20%. The 20% was a major accomplishment considering there was no limit. But yeah, I think 10% is a better idea. That's just me. You guys can research it, figure it out for yourself. But that's where these guys are, 0.14%. You can look through some of the ways that they voted on various proposals, okay, and research them. Do what you want to do, but that's who they chose, and I think that's a great partnership for them. It's not going to be very long. Let me go back to okay. So provide an additional 5% burn from the proceeds and of the profits, and 5% monthly LUNC giveaway to the LUNC community. So we're going to get clarification on how all that's going to work. I can't wait to talk to them about it. So the Lunatics have delegated 100 million LUNC with Autism Validator. Okay, so they're also delegating with them, and we can go. If you just clicked on that link, it would bring you right here to the transaction details. Now you can see that they're currently delegating 99,990,000. So that's the 100 million minus obviously the gas fees and transaction fees and whatever, right? So it's right here for you to check out, and it is valid. The Lunatics will buy back approximately 5,000 in US dollars worth of LUNC weekly to be delegated to help solve autism-related problems. So every week they're going to buy back $5,000 worth of LUNC, and they're going to delegate it with this autism validator to help with autism research and stuff. It's a really cool thing. Okay, I'm going to ask them, are they going to continue to do that after they move into their own node? I'm not sure exactly how that works. We will find out. Okay, number 4, Luna T will be wrapped onto the Luna Classic chain. I want to get details on that, find out exactly what they mean by that, but they have said they wanted to move on chain. Until now, they've been, BNB Smart Chain, okay? They weren't selling on the Terra Classic chain. They weren't active on the Terra Classic chain, but they will be on the Terra Classic chain. They got on chain, exactly what they wanted to do, exactly what they said they were going to do. Okay. 5. The Lunatics, together with some of Luna Classic community admin teams, will be working on finding a way to provide LUNC liquidity on Terra Classic for new assets, so people can buy and sell on chain via Terra Swap. Okay, I don't know, and here's Terra Swap, right? I don't know what they mean by that. Obviously, in this meeting, whenever they have this meeting, I would imagine we're going to get a lot more detail about it. I'm anxious to find out exactly what's going on. And if I find out anything even before that, I will let you know. Okay. So, number 6. The Lunatics have set up their All Nodes account to deploy the Lunatics token validator on October 27th. I think that's the date anyway, right? Isn't that the earliest date that new validators can jump on? Was that the date? In order to contribute to the security and the expansion of the blockchain, as well as fight for the fair balance of voting power on the side of the smaller validators. Now, the more validators we have, the safer the chain is. That's all there is to it, okay? And when we know that we have people who have gone above and beyond to work to help the LUNC community, I mean, those are the people that we want as validators, all right? So I'm very, very excited about that. They said they were going to do it. They got it done. They're doing it with All Knows, who I think we all know, right? Very famous validators because of how they've really stuck up with the community, stuck up for the community since the beginning, since Do Kwon was, doing whatever craziness he was trying to do. They said, we're not voting for that, okay? I spoke to them recently in another chat, a live chat, and mentioned to them about how All Knows has auto compounding, okay? So I'll be curious to ask them if that's something they're able to incorporate into their new node, which will be on the All Nodes platform. Okay. Number 7, Lunatics support PCF validator initiative to keep all validators at less than 10% total voting power. And that's what I mentioned a little earlier. We're going to talk more about that with the guys hopefully soon. And the guest speakers who are going to be in that AMA were Sega, who you've seen on my channel, and you can catch in the Telegram group. He's in there quite often, and Ace Q17, aka 17 Dog. Okay, I was just in the Telegram group yesterday, and some questions came up about some things. Some people had some issues about some things that were going on pertaining to a think tank that they've created. And, people were spinning it a certain way, or you got some secret group, yada, yada. Sega was in there, and Sega said, you know what? End the chat. Let's go right to voice call. Everybody jump in and come ask me whatever questions you want to ask me. He took everybody's questions, everybody's comments, and he explained exactly what was going on. Because there's nothing to hide. A lot of these projects, matter of fact, some of them I'm even involved in, have these think tanks, okay, or these focus groups, and they're within the Discord, and it's usually a certain amount of people who are in this think tank or in this focus group, and they're bouncing ideas off of each other. They're trying to hone them down and see what it is that they should actually introduce to the community, or sometimes they're community ideas that they come and they polish and shine up and try to figure out how they can make them work, or if they can make them work. But it's just easier to do it in these little focus groups, in these little think tanks, than it is to just throw it out in the middle of the Discord community chat with like 9,000 opinions coming at you, okay? But anyway, my point was, anything like that, these guys are right on top of it. They're like, no, we're gonna talk about it. Anything you want to ask, come and ask us. We don't want you to ever think we're trying to hide anything from you, because we're not. And let me tell you, pertaining to this prior thing that they were involved with, and by now we all know because Duncan talked about it on a live stream with me, and we might have known, some of you might have known ahead, before that, they were involved with the Shiba Inu burn token initiative, right? And they have said clearly several times that the guy who was running it was kind of using everybody, for whatever he could get out of them or whatever, but no one else had control but this guy. This guy did what he did, and it was just as much of a surprise to all of them as it was to anybody else, to all of us, okay? Sega addressed this yesterday in that Telegram voice chat, and he said, listen, I can give you the guy's name, his phone number, his address. I forgot where he said, down in Florida or wherever he is, right? He said, you want to go find him, see if you can get everybody's money back. And like tell them we sent you, kind of thing. They are not trying to hide. They're not trying to hide at all. And I'll tell you, I went to school, high school, with some guys that got involved in some stuff, and you don't see them now. They did their time or whatever it was, but they got involved, and they were guilty as charged, and they hide. I haven't seen these guys in years since they were involved with whatever they were involved with. It's shame, it's guilt, it's all these feelings that make you not want to put yourself in the limelight by any means. You don't want to be out there showing your face and talking to people. But just the opposite, when society, or the community in this case, has an incorrect view or perception of who you might be because of something that you were involved with that was really, really bad, and you know that you had nothing to do with it, it was not your fault, and that you have nothing to be ashamed of, then you don't hide. You come out into the limelight and you say, here I am, here's my name, here's what I'm doing, and not only that, I want to help. So many people were really screwed over with a project that I was involved with, even though I didn't have. And I'm not saying me. I had nothing to do with it, right? I'm just saying this is what they say, right? Even though they were involved with it and they had no control over it, a lot of people were screwed. So now they're in a position where they're like, okay, there was nothing we could do about that, but what we can do is help a lot of people in this situation, okay? And that's exactly what they're doing. They might be going overboard to compensate for what happened, right? Maybe there is no overboard. Maybe they feel like they can never do enough. But people who are guilty of something hide. People who know that they're not those kind of people and weren't guilty of it, they come out and they want to redeem themselves. And that's what Lunatics Token is doing. That's what they've done. They're not just putting out a token and burning some, LUNC, making some money, and then going to skedaddle. Now they're validators. Now they're coming on chain. Every time I ask them to come on my channel, they're on. They're doing interviews with all these other people, collabing with people. They are here to stay. And there's much more coming from them, okay? If you doubt that, there's something wrong, because you just simply don't want to see what's very obvious and in front of you. I cannot wait to talk to these guys. It might happen over the next couple of days, and we're gonna talk about all this stuff. This is huge for the community, huge for the LUNC, Luna Classic community. It's huge for the Lunatics community. But right now, those two are merging. They're getting closer and closer together, and it's because of these guys. So I love it. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's it. If you could for me, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have not subscribed, it really helps the channel. You know the drill, okay? So, all right, I will talk to you soon. Ciao.